in my notes, down 9. I'm always going to go for 2 in that scenario.
So it's a little bit like aces and eights. You always split them, but you know it's down 154 passing yards and a passing touchdown. This game was in Philly, and they're booing him at home. Bears get a 5th straight win, 24-15.
It's the Chicago Bears here, and we're 9-3. I don't know.
I know you guys are hungry for more, right? Ain't you? Let me tell you something. The city of Chicago's hungry too. Good, better, bad. Never let it run. It's gonna get better. It better get better. Bears on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hot dogs for everyone. More on that coming up in a little bit. Meanwhile, the Bears, they went north of 180 rushing yards before contact the 2nd time this season. The rest of the NFL has done it exactly once. Chicago finished the game with 281 yards on the ground, which is the most the Eagles have allowed in a game since 2015. Translation, it's time to call Chicken Little, right?
I don't think something big needs to change. The sky's falling outside the locker room. We understand that, but I have nothing but the utmost confidence in the men in this locker room, players and coaches included, and it's going to take all of us. It's going to take all of us to come together, block out the noise, can't be pointing fingers, all look internally, because everybody, is contributing to the way we're playing right now. Literally every single body. And we all got to play better.
It's never just about one person, right? You win as a team, you lose as a team, and you try to evaluate everything, win, lose, or draw, and get better from it.
I got to definitely stay together. And stay committed to what the team is trying to accomplish in the end. It's no one ever said it was going to be easy. And we got to embrace the challenge. We got to embrace this time and respond to it the right way.
All right, Tim Hasselbeck joins us now for a little post-Thanksgiving perspective. So the Bears pounding the ground, Tim, in ways that they haven't seen since the days of the legendary Walter Payton. How are they able to be so effective against that Eagles defense?
But yeah, Ben Johnson gets all this credit for being creative, finding ways to throw the football, but the reality is they just got after him up front. They have creativity in their run game, but they also just do a good job of moving people. Here's a good example. DJ Moore is in the backfield. He's going to run split zone. So what they do here is just wind him back, and by doing that, you see the movement that they get on the front side, and he's often running to the 2nd and 3rd level. Now they're going to get Cole Kmet. We're going to motion him back into the backfield. And now it's a wham play. You're just going to bring Kmet back to the defensive tackle. That gets the guard up to the linebacker level players. And again, it's swift. And look at the lanes to run the football. Just pouring it downhill. When you are doing things like that, you get both backs over 200 yards. And now down near the goal line, just the inside zone run play. Look at the movement. They say score with your man when you get down near the 5. That's basically what the Bears were doing. So, yeah, a lot of creativity, a lot of fun plays, oftentimes when you watch the Bears. But sometimes there isn't anything better than just lining up, moving the guy in front of you. That's what the Bears did to the Eagles.
Yep, and going all the way back to Walter Payton when they actually won the Super Bowl back in the 1980s, that's exactly what they were doing as the offensive line. Let's flip it, though, Tim, to the Eagles now, because they've looked like anything but the defending champs these last couple of games. They played so bad, in fact, that they even got booed at home. What do you think of Sirianni's decision to go for that 2-point conversion?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense to me. Philadelphia had been struggling. Chicago had really been handling the game, and you score and you have an opportunity to keep it a 1-score game by kicking the extra point. You basically don't want to go for 2 until you absolutely have to, because it remains a 1-score game. There was plenty of time left on the clock. They had all their timeouts. There was an opportunity to really put the pressure on Chicago on the road, in a windy night to say, okay, yeah, you've got to get the first down in order, to put the game away. But by going for two, failing to get it, it then is a 2-point game, two-score game, and it just takes so much pressure off of the Chicago Bears in terms of executing a 4-minute drive.
Yeah, maybe just all that drama, internal, external, whatever it is starting to impact some of the decision-making there for Nick Sirianni. And, yeah, not a good look. And the fans booing them also not a good look.
On the Jackson, I saw Joe Thuney. I also saw, I want to make sure I get everybody in.
You got Drew Dahlman up front.
And exactly. So all those guys. So this is the second game in a row where the Eagles have been dominated at the point of attack. So when you're able to move guys off the point like they were tonight, that allows you to have two backs go over 100 yards running at over 7 yards a clip each. So both backs did a tremendous job seeing front side and the back side. The offensive line deserves so many kudos because of look at this combo to the backer. This is how you draw it up on a whiteboard, and it was exactly how it played out. And then we get the ball to a guy like Swift that's able to make the first guy miss always. And then another guy looks like he has high school running back power game where you just hate tackling the guy like that consistently over the course of a game. Man, they dominated the Eagles at point of attack.
I want to stay specific to this game for a little bit, but broadly speaking, just a year over where this franchise is. Last Black Friday, they fired a head coach in Matt Eberflus. This Black Friday, they go on the road and mark a signature win, P2. In that run game vein, you have two different backs over 100 yards. This did feel like a concerted effort from Ben Johnson to draw his game plan on a short week and execute the way they did.
That's been Ben Johnson's MO, when he was in Detroit. He's brought that same mentality over to the Chicago Bears. And for them to be able to establish the run, control the line of scrimmage as they did today, they can go a long ways. Defense, we talked about, very optimistic, able to take the ball away in some key moments. But if the Chicago Bears can continue to run the football like they have been all year long, the defense is able to take the ball away. Caleb Williams didn't even have to do much today because they rushed for 281 yards. That's something that's almost unheard of against this Philadelphia Eagles defense, which have been keeping them afloat throughout this season. So it was very discouraging to see what happened against that Philadelphia Eagles defense, but very, very encouraging to see what the Chicago Bears are able to do on a consistent basis on the ground.
It comes down to culture. It's what Ben Johnson has always wanted him first, is physical at the point of attack, an effective running football team no matter where he's been, and then play action pass off it. Not the numbers game for Caleb Williams, but it wasn't going to be that. Instead, it's a moment game, a big moment in that play action pass to Cole Kmet to make it 2 possessions. Bears were methodical out of the gate here at Emory. There was a confidence about them the second they stepped on this field. We saw drops of 11 plays, and 15 plays to start the game. What do you assess in that culture turnover in a year's time?
I thought Ben Johnson called a great situational football game because you have multiple long sustained drives of double-digit plays. What that does is shrink the ball game, and what it also does is forces the opponent to maximize their chances with the football. So in turn, if you're not able to maximize those possessions, guess what happens? Well, you now have a deficit on the clock. You don't have enough time or enough snaps to get yourself back into the ball game. So that's where Ben Johnson really owned it, because it's easy for ego-driven offensive coordinators / head coaches / play callers to want to get everybody a touch. Well, you're seeing the run game working. Oh, let's get the passing game going. No, stick with the run. It's working. They can't stop it. We'll worry about the passing game another week. Most coaches would have thrown the football and thrown themselves out of a lead, out of a ball game. The last time he threw the football in a significant high leverage moment was the touchdown pass to the tight end going over after he ran the ball down the throat of the Philadelphia Eagles. So I thought Ben Johnson, from start to finish, understood the assignment, played great situational football, and it got them win.
Offense will steal the headline in this one, certainly with the way that they ran the ball. But P2, you alluded to the defense, a timeliness of those takeaways when the offense had gone stagnant in that middle 20. You see an interception, 6th for Kevin Byard, leading the NFL. This team now 26 takeaways as a team after they stripped Jalen Hurts on the tush push, sort of that marquee play that we've come to know